Welcome, Gemini Cancer, to your Astrodice reading for September. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with your Astrodice in September. Best message, please, for Gemini Cancer. Okay, we have Uranus coming out with your own energy of Gemini in the third house. Wow. Okay, so we have that Uranus coming out. It is in retrograde as we speak. So there it is, influencing things for your potential sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Nice. And doing it Gemini style over here. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. Lots of communication going on this month. I can see that. And it's going to bring in this sudden change or this awakening or enlightenment. Ooh, we have to see what's going on. Is someone making an awakening? Wow. Okay. Going into the third house. Third house is your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood. So it does. Oh my gosh. It's like this sudden change. It's like that, I don't know, that light bulb goes on and you're like, aha. It's almost like the spark of electricity goes through you and you're just like, I've got it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's see what's going on with you in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month over here. And it's something that has to do with communication, just like sparks this light bulb. It could even be something you read, right? I mean, communication through a book, through a website, through YouTube, you know, anything. It might not even be 100% direct from a person. Okay, let's see what's going on. Beginning of the month, please, for Gemini Cancer. Beginning of the month, please, for Gemini Cancer. Cold shouldering something at this time. Feeling a little oversensitive. Okay. And just not seeing the Two of Cups behind you in the very beginning of the month. So you are kind of withdrawing, kind of hiding out, probably taking on a little bit that Cancer going on over here, kind of hiding in your shell and withdrawn. With the Queen of Pentacles, it feels like something could be guilty. Maybe you're guilty of not seeing what's behind you. Behind you is the Two of Cups, and behind you, and the Two of Cups is literally a castle. It's all kinds of beautiful things behind you, and it's almost like you're guilty of not looking behind you at this time. I feel like this is where this sudden change is going to come. Maybe it's because, and maybe somebody else is guilty and put you in this area. Take it how it resonates. You're perceiving this though. You can see it. You can actually see it though with the Eight of Coins. It's almost like, but I can see it, and I'm separating myself. Maybe you're separating yourself from this guilty person, but maybe you feel a little guilty by doing so. Maybe you felt that with the communication over here, maybe it could have been fixed. But it wasn't, right? I didn't see any way out of this. Maybe somebody's over opinionated, and you just didn't see I just see that maybe you don't see a way out. And maybe that's where a little bit of the guilt is, you know, maybe we could have fixed something. Maybe it could have been fixed, but I decided to withdraw. They withdrew from me. We didn't come back together. We just separated and didn't talk about it in the very beginning. So there is some guilty feelings over here, whether it's from you, knowing that they're guilty, or you guilty. Maybe it's both, right? So taking on the separation over here, but it is a definite sudden change, and you may even feel like that's a sudden change. A sudden change to say, you know what, they're not perceiving it the way I want it perceived. Vice versa, we're having this miscommunication, and so maybe you ghosted them or took a break from the relationship. Maybe you feel a little guilty for doing so. In the mid-month, there comes that great communication. All of a sudden, that Gemini communication, bam, you get all this Gemini communication coming out. This is your card. You're saying, you know what, I want to talk about what happened. It's almost like you had this sudden enlightenment over here with the Three of Wands. It's like you clinged on to something. The clinging on to something is that like awakening. It was almost like I don't know, it was like this shot of electricity that hit you. I just keep seeing this electric, and I see it here, and I was like, you know, it is. That's really, really what it is. So it's like the clinging on to the situation and very focused at work. So maybe they're trying to communicate with you, but you're communicating. There is so much communication over here. You're like, look, this is what's going on. Okay, but I'm clinging to my work right now. But you could also be, you know, talking a lot at work to somebody about the situation. But whatever it is, whatever this communication is, this is where the sudden change and awakening comes from, is this communication. It's like you're opening up. It's like you went from a kind of a hermit stage to you're waking up and you're saying, okay, then let's get this done. Having a conversation about the ending, clinging on to the no support of, you know, it could be definitely a Capricorn that you're having a Capricorn, and what's up? Capricorn? It's like you're having this, it's not Capricorn, that's Virgo, or Virgo. You could be having this conversation with this earth sign, but you're letting them understand in the mid-month, you know, that clinging on to this is one thing, but it's like there's no support. There's no support. They're actually it's almost like you're having this, they're acting childish. That's it, guys. They're acting childish. It's like you're trying to have this conversation with them, and you're like, you have this sudden change. It could be even in feelings, as well as communication. And you're realizing, you know what, you're clinging on to the situation. I want the situation gone, and you're acting very childish about it, and you're not being supportive towards the situation. So you're focused somewhere else. You're focused and manifesting on something that makes you happy. Yeah. You're focused elsewhere, manifesting away from this unhappiness, away from the things that are making you unhappy. Focused, yeah. Well, they're focusing on love. It's almost like, and they're trying to focus on the love of the unhappy relationship. It's like not satisfying you at this time. But it's like they're trying to cling on over here, but they're acting really, really childish about the situation in mid-month. So, and you're having this, you know, stimulating exchange over here of, hello. But I think the sudden change is that whatever they were guilty of, you weren't going to deal with it anymore, like I said, or this miscommunication of whatever it is. We don't dig that deep in the horoscope, so take it how it resonates. Because a lot of times they come back up in mid-month, beginning of the month, end of the month, you know, readings, spiritual reading, they come up somewhere, right? We've seen them before. Okay, so at the end of the month, you're standing your ground. They're kind of manipulating the situation. The stimulating and the learning something is crazy, because it's the sudden change within this relationship and the way you guys are communicating about things. And this is what you're learning. You're like suddenly learning and kind of like woke up like, you know what, this ain't working. You're very childish right now. I don't have time for this. So you're standing your ground over here. And there's you know, this is very manipulating. It's almost like they want over control with the King of Wands over here. You know, they kind of want their own way, being very stubborn about the situation. Okay, and very immature and intolerant. And here's that immaturity twice, right? You might even feel like they're irresponsible. Did this have something, because you're focused on your work, did this all have something to do with irresponsibility to begin with, right? Miscommunication with irresponsibility. So, very interesting. And you're going after your Nine of Pentacles. You're just moving on beautiful over here. You know, seriously, you are. It's like, I'm focused where I'm going to focus, and I'm not going to mess around with you. That's a very Gemini thing, right? That's that Gemini coming out of you right there. I'm done. I've spoken my words. I'm done. Okay. So yeah, traveling over here towards your Nine of Pentacles, it's like, you know, I'm just feeling the simplistic, you know, the simplicity of life. I just want everything simple. I want everything simple. You're making everything rough. So on the Seven of Wands, you're standing your ground because they want a reconciliation, but yet you're taking action somewhere else. It's almost like you're saying, no, I'm watching your red flags. I'm watching you waving them all over the place. I surrender, I surrender. And you're saying, I don't care right now. Right now, I don't care. And this is because, yeah, because they're acting immature and they're making you challenge. In challenge mode. This is, yeah. It's like, it doesn't matter because even if they did wave this flag, you still see them as still immature. So I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take everything back and you're not going to be guilty anymore. And you're just, you know, going to continue to keep challenging me. So you're going after the things that you passionately want and really writing in there too and manifesting again. Another card of manifestation, Knight of Wands, along with the Magician. So you're saying, no, I'm going after what I want. I'm traveling beautifully towards what I want because I'm not dealing with this. So at the end of the month, it's just like, I'm not going to take that because I see my ships coming in somewhere else. We just have really bad miscommunication. So really the sudden change is this wake up of you are not changing. I have learned that no matter what's going on, this is not going to change. Whether it's in the local neighborhood, the relationship, the coworkers, the jobs, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter where it is, really. It's that you learned that this is not going to happen. And it's right here. As soon as you went into this cold mode and cold shouldered them and said, no, I'm not taking this. It's like you start perceiving things at a different angle over here with the Eight of Coins. Right in the beginning of the month, you might already have started this process, right? So, and it's like you're already looking at it from a deeper point of view. No. Okay. So, and that looks like that's it, guys. The only thing I have at the bottom of the deck over here is the Eight of Cups, which means you're just progressing and moving forward, doing what you're going to do. And we see that here. So it's pretty much just saying the same thing. Okay. And that will be it. Until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.